Good morning. Recently, I was helping one of my friends with a game, and in passing, I mentioned a game I had made in the past. He then asked me how many games I had made in total. I told him around 10 or so, and he was absolutely blown away. This made me think about how many I had actually made, and I was pretty surprised by how many there were. So many I haven't even looked at since I first wrote them. This made me want to play through all of them again, and hey, while I'm here, let's make a video out of it. Okay, so for this, I'm just going to pull up my itch.io page, link in description, and play through the games that I have posted. Enough chit chat, let's get into the first game. I'm here in Itch, so I'm just going to play through a bunch of my games, give my thoughts about them, and I guess we'll just go from there. If I have anything to add, I guess I'll just say it. So, right off first, I know this is the first game I posted on Itch, but this isn't the first game I made. So technically this is the first game I made, and I've been working on it for a while now. So let's check it out. The first game I've given the placeholder name 2D Shooter. I know, how original. This is a simple 2D platform shooter and was actually my first project in Unity. So let's take a look. You have a very rudimentary weapon select, so I'll choose the M16. Okay, so this is very roughly based off of Strike Force Heroes. It was one of my favorite Flash games growing up. I've talked about that game a bunch on this channel because it's one of my all-time favorite childhood games. So I think very highly of it, and I tried to capture that essence, and obviously it's not perfect. Well, anyways, we're done with that game. Let's move on to my next project. Overall, it's a pretty fun concept and a fun game. Moving on. My next game was Alone in Space. I made this for the Brackeys Game Jam, and this was the first game jam I ever joined and the first video I ever made, actually. So this game was based around the theme You're Not Alone. So you have your little alien buddy who's always on your planet. He doesn't do a lot in this game, but you mine resources and you charge your tools, and then you can fix up your spaceship and fly home. So this was a pretty fun game, and this was my first, like I said, real game jam experience. So it taught me a lot about making games quick, and it kind of got me on the game making bug, because before this I was working on one single project. This made me realize that like simple week-long projects are really fun, and that's what I really tried to do with my channel. Another thing, you can see the stars coming in from the left. The stars don't preload. Kind of looks goofy. I'm better at making stars now, so if you want to check out any of these games or videos that I made about these games, then I'll have the videos in the top right corner, and I'll have the link to the itch page down below where you can check out all of these. Well, okay, we have enough resources now to fix the rocket ship, and we did it! While this game was simple, you can kind of blame it for starting this YouTube channel, and it's very special to me. Back to the games. This one here is one of my all-time favorites. This is Parasite. This one you can probably hear I actually recorded music for, which I usually don't do. And this was for a smaller game jam. This was, I think, Jam Gam 24, and this was my third video I ever made. But this video was the first video that I could say really went big for me. If you hear close, you can hear the movement sound for the Parasite. It's just me smacking my lips together. I don't know if you can hear that. We'll turn it up. Oh, it's so gross. I love it so much. But this game I am really proud of. In the game jam that I entered this in, this game actually got second place. I was so close to beating the game jam with this game. Kind of grumpy I didn't. Okay, and that's it. That was the game. Overall, that's one of my favorites. Next up, we have Santa the Bomber. Ooh. This was another entry to a game jam with a theme of Christmas, of course, and a present as the special object. This game is a basic 2D flying and fighting game. I made the majority of this in an airport, and then I got to Mexico and didn't have much motivation to make a game. I would rather just sit on the beach. The gameplay is based off of Dogfight 2, which was another Flash game I liked growing up. This one plays really bad. Oh, it looks like that's the game. I guess it wasn't that hard, but it was fun. And I like the art for this one. I don't know why. Simple, but fun. Anyways, moving on. Okay, this is one of my favorites. So this is Tower Loop. This was made for another Brackeys jam. Now this game is really special to me. While it's nothing crazy in itself, it was the situation around the game that means a lot to me. At the time I was super busy, but then I still wanted to make a game. I probably still had a video I had to make for that week. So I decided to join this game jam, but only work on the game for 1 hour a day for a week. So this game was made in a total of 7 hours, and I'm pretty proud of it. The art style I love the colors. I don't know why, it's very retro, but it was fun to make. This is one I'm really proud of, especially that I made it in 7 hours basically. Okay, well, I'm dead. I died at the second loop, so fun game. I enjoyed making it. Moving on. Shred City Skateboarding. Next up is a pretty fun one. This was right at the beginning of the whole AI craze. So for a quick video, I had AI help me come up with an idea and then make that game. So let's see when I did this. March 16th, 2023. So that was kind of right as ChatGPT was blowing up. I decided to jump on the hype train and have AI make me a game, which was pretty fun. Basically, I asked AI what was important and what game to make, and it told me this. I actually modeled the character of this off of one of my buddies, so that was really fun to do. This was a fun project, fun game. Okay. Well, I died, got a high score of 137. Overall, a simple but fun game. Next up, Awkward Athletics. This is one of my more favoriter games. Press one button, it flexes one leg. You press another, it flexes the other. And then you try and walk. It's pretty fun. I've gotten pretty good at it. Let's see if I can stand up and walk. But the reason I made this is because I run track. I was just worried about track at that time, so I wanted to make a game. Actually, what I ended up doing with this project is, since I like this project so much, I hooked a neural network up to it and trained the computer to run on it, which, I mean, if you haven't watched that video, which you probably haven't because that video did pretty bad, then go check out that video. But this was a fun game. So the next game on my itch page is Python's Adventure. This is a fun game I wrote to learn Python. I'm not going to play this game today because I need Python installed and I don't right now, but it was fun and simple. Okay, moving on. So skipping Python's Adventure, going straight to Stop Him. And this is one of my favorite games. So this is Stop Him. I made it for the Game Maker's Toolkit Game Jam, and this theme was roles reversed, so I decided that I would make an infinite runner, but instead of you being the runner, you were trying to stop the runner. So in this game, you have to buy all these blocks and find ways to slow the player down and stop him. Yeah, this game is one of my favorites. This game did really well on my channel, but I had a ton of fun making it, and I love the concept. Okay, he shouldn't be able to get over that. So that was a really fun game. I love this artwork for, this is your win screen, and I think it's great. So Stop Him was one of my favorite games. And like always, you can check out the video up here or the game down here in the description. Next up is a small tower defense game, but the art has a little twist on it. So this was a little project I did on my own time called Notebook Defenders. I really like the concept of the time of drawing all the art physically and then taking pictures of it and bringing it in. I thought it was really cool, but the video didn't take off, the game didn't take off. Basically, tower defense game, you can see what's happening. You gotta stop the fire before it burns down your little paper kingdom. Anyways, moving on. Next on the list was a set of games I made for the TI-84 calculator, which was a ton of fun, but sadly for this video, I'm not gonna pull out my calculator and play it. So now moving on to The Depths. This was a 2D underwater exploration game, where you swim around some underwater caves, gathering loot and riches. This is The Depths. This game I had a ton of fun with. The theme was diving deeper or something like that, so I made a just diving game, diving exploration game. This was another one that I had an absolute blast drawing all the art for. I love the player, I love the environments, I love all the little fish. You got bigger fish down here, the deeper you go, the bigger the fish are. This game would be fun to flesh out. I've had thoughts of making it into like a roguelike game where you try and get as deep as possible and then you find upgrades on the way so you don't have to come back up to the surface every time. But it's a fun game. Moving on. Now that we're done with that game, we're actually done with all the games on my itch page. But I have one more game left for you guys. This is my most recent game and probably my most polished game. This is Leap in the Right Direction. So this is my fun 2D platformer, Leap in the Right Direction. It's all physics-based, so you just leap around a world and try and get to the top of the tower. I had a ton of fun with this game. This is still one of my proudest projects. And actually, this is the only game I've ever released on an app store. So this is on Steam and mobile. If you want to get the game, it's free on mobile. It's only $5 on Steam, and it really helps me out. So go check that out if you're even slightly interested. This was one of my favorite projects. I spent so long on this. Getting it all released is so hard. Overall, the gameplay is simple, but that doesn't mean I didn't slave over this game. I have a lot of updates planned for this game as well. That's what I'm working on now, so that's why you get this crappy video this week, is because I don't have a lot of progress to show, and I'm just trying to work on this game. There's a lot I want to add to this. I want to add more zones. I want to add more art. Well, I think I'm going to call it there for this game and I guess this video. If you liked any of what you see, there's videos for all of them, and you can play all of these games I've played. So please check those out. It means a ton to me, and they're pretty fun. So if you want a good time, just sit down, play through my games. That helps support me, helps support the channel. If you want more laid-back videos like this, I could do like a Q&A or a day in my life videos, more laid-back videos instead of my normal devlogs while I'm working on more longer-term projects. Then that'd be great. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the like 4 of you sticking around this long. If you like this video, then like and subscribe. If you didn't, don't. Or whatever. I'm not your mom. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.